Welcome back, students. So, in this video we will discuss or we will learn how to take correct measurement of length. How to take correct measurement of length. So, listen here first. What is the need for accurate measurement? A tailor measures the length of the cloth to stitch. A vegetable seller measures the mass of the vegetables. A milkman measures the volume of milk. When you have fever, you measure the temperature of your body. We need to measure all these things all the time. All these measurements must be made accurately using the standard units. If the tailor does not make accurate measurements, what will happen? You will not be able to get your clothes stitched neatly. Okay, or it will not be suit you. What will happen if in your school, if the time for ringing the school bus is not measured accurately? So, we need to measure all the measurements accurately. Making accurate measurements. Different instruments are used to measure different quantities. A meter scale is used to measure the length of a cloth. A weighing machine is used to measure the mass of a vegetable, and a clock is used to measure time. But it would be very difficult to measure the circumference of a round table or the circumference of a tree with the help of a meter scale. For this, we need a measuring tape. Similarly, ordinary weighing machine used by vegetable seller cannot be used to measure the mass of a flower petal. For this, you need a physical balance. An ordinary watch not accurately measure the time taken by you to run a 100-meter race. To measure that time, you need a stopwatch. So, therefore, in order to make accurate measurement, you must use appropriate instruments to measure that, and we should know how to use that instrument properly. So, if you want to take accurate measurement, you should use appropriate measuring instruments, and you should know how to use that instrument properly. Length of the piece of a cloth can be measured with the help of a measuring tape and with the help of a meter scale. Normally, when you go a shop and buy cloth, they will measure it with the help of a meter scale. If you want to stitch a shirt, then you will give that cloth to the tailor, and the tailor will take your measurement with the help of a measuring tape. In the same way, if you want to measure the length of a desk, if it is in the shape of a rectangle or a square, we can use it with the help of a measuring scale, that is a meter scale. But if it is in the form of a circle or in any other shape, we need a measuring tape. So, if you want to make accurate measurement, you must choose appropriate measuring instruments, and also we should know how to use that instrument properly. So, in this video, we will measure how to take correct measurement of length. So, width, depth, thickness, height, all these are measurements of length. Height of a person, length of a cloth, width of your bench, all those things are the measurement of length. Rulers, meter scales and measuring tapes are some instruments commonly used for measuring length. Now, we need to measure the length of a line segment AB. A ruler can be used. The ruler is placed along the length with its point O or AB coordinating with the point A on the line. The reading on the ruler at the point B on the line gives the length of the line segment. Means this one is the line segment A, B. With your scale you can measure this length. So, what you will do? You will keep the 0 of your scale here. 0 of your scale here at this point A and you will measure it at point what is the corresponding length at B. So, that will give you the length of that line segment AB. So, if you want to measure the length of this pencil, so we should keep our scale exactly at where the pencil is there. Means from the pencil, from this point you have to keep your 0 and we will measure. Now, it is almost 12. So, when you look, you should look directly. You should look directly means keep your eye vertically above the point where the measurement is to be taken. Keep your eye vertically above that point where the measurement is to be taken. So, vertically above means this person will take the correct reading. That person will take the correct reading. When you look from the sidewise or from sides, then your measurement will be different. Your measurement will be different. So, keep your eye vertically above the point where the measurement is to be taken. In this figure, a ruler is being used to measure the length of a pencil. It shows 3 positions of the eye to observe the reading of the ruler, reading on the ruler coinciding with the pencil. So, the readings are, for first one the reading will be about, for this person the reading will be about 12.5 centimeter. For this one is A. This person is B. He is looking vertically downwards. So, it is 12 centimeter. Then this person is C. When he looks, he will get it as 11.5 centimeter. So, what is the actual reading? Actual reading is 12 centimeter. Okay. So, you should keep your eye vertically above the point where the measurement is to be taken. That is the first thing. Then, that is this point. Now, keep the scale in contact with the object along its length. Keep the scale exactly along the length to be measured. The ruler is not exactly along the pencil. The measured length of the pencil is not correct. So, if you place this here, you need to measure the length of the box. Means if you want to measure anything, you have to hold it along the length of the object which is to be measured. If you want to measure the length of a cloth, you should hold the measuring tape or meter scale along the length of the cloth. Then only you will be able to get the correct reading. The third point, place 0 of the scale at the starting point. Place 0 of the scale at the starting point. Means, here the pencil is starting here. So, we need to place the 0 of the scale at this point. Here 0 is here. This one is not correct. This one is not correct. This one is also not correct. Okay. So, do not use worn out portion of the instrument. Very often the marking of the ends of the ruler get erased due to overuse. In this case, use any other full mark of the ruler instead of the 0 mark. If 0 mark is not there in your scale, then you can take any other full mark on the ruler instead of 0. If the 0 portion is broken, if your scale is broken and it starts from 2, so you will take the measurement from 2 onwards. From the final measurement, you just subtract that 2 centimeter. Okay. To get the length, subtract the reading from this full mark from the reading at the other end. Okay. Means, suppose here this length is to be measured A, B. For your length 0 portion is not there. So, next full mark is from 2. So, from 2 we will start the reading, and here suppose you got it as 13 centimeter. So, actual length of this line segment is 13 minus 2, that is 11 centimeter. 13 minus 2, that is 11 centimeter. So, in this way we will take correct measurement of length. So, what all things you need to keep in your mind? Place the scale in contact with the object along its length. Place 0 of the scale at the starting point. Proper eye position is also important. Now, how we will measure the length of a curved line? How we will measure the length of a curved line? One method is there. One method means we will divide it into equally. We will divide the curved line and we will measure it with the help of a divider. We will divide it, we will measure the length using a divider, that is, open out a divider so that its length are small distance apart, for example 5 millimeter. Place one of the legs at one end of the line, put the other leg on the line, take the divider along the line and count the number of steps in which it covers the entire length of the line. If some portion is less than the distance between the two legs is left out, measure it separately by adjusting the distance between the legs. The length of the curved line is obtained as follows. Total length equal to number of steps into distance between the legs of the divider plus the distance of leftover segments. Means, so we will take the divider and we will set a small distance between the two legs of the divider and we will measure it from A to B. This one, suppose this one is 5 millimeter. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is there. So, the length will be 6 into 5 millimeter, that is 6 into 5 how much? 30 millimeter. That is the length of this curved line. We will measure it with the help of the divider. Another method is there. This method is not given in your textbook. Another method is there with the help of a string or with the help of a thread. With the help of a thread, we can measure the length of a curved line. That is, you have to make a knot at one end of the thread. Place the knot at the beginning of the line. So, you have to make a knot at one end of the line, one end of the thread, and place that knot at the beginning of the curved line, that is point A. So, at this point, you will keep the knot that you made on the thread. Now, you stretch that thread along the length of that curved line by pressing it with your forefinger, and you will stretch it along the curved line. When you reaches this point B, again you will make a knot on the thread. Again you will make a knot on the thread. So, first you have made a knot on the thread, and that knot should be placed at the point A. Then we will move this thread along the length of the curved line, and we will move this thread along the length of the curved line, and when it reaches this point B, again we will make a knot on the thread. Okay. Now we will stretch out the thread on the meter scale and measure the marked portion, that is the knot we made, two knots we made. So, what is the length between the first knot and the second knot? So, that is the length of that curved line. That is the length of that curved line. Okay. So, we can measure the length of a curved line. Two methods are there, with the help of a divider and with the help of a thread. So, with the help of a divider, we will take a small distance or length in between the two legs of the divider, and we will mark it along. We will count how many times we need to move that divider along the length of the curved line into what is the distance between the two legs of the divider. So, here I wrote it as 6 times I moved this divider. The length between the two legs of the divider is 5 millimeter. So, 6 into 5, 30 millimeter is the length of this curved line. Then second method is with the help of a thread. So, first you make a knot on the thread and you place that knot at the starting point of the curved line. So, here it is given as A. Then you will move this thread along the length of the curved line. When you reaches the end of the curved line, you will make another knot. Now, you will take a meter scale and stretch that thread, and you will measure the distance between the two knots. So, that will give you the length of that curved line. Okay. Thank you.